And we're live. Oh, we got the first one in here, which is Jason Lamb, Mike Sampson, Oopsie Daisy, Maurice Kaysen. We got Sogo. Yeah, that's what we got in there so far.
What's up, everyone?
Let you chat with them for a minute while I go do this.
All right. How is everybody tonight? Hey, can you bring it up, Amy, and bring me your phone where I can see what everyone's saying? So we've
I'm still here. I'm waiting for
we caught some pompano today.
okay, I sent you the link
All right.
for the Facebook.
Okay.
Hey DB Outdoors, how you doing? Hi Stephen Curley. I don't know which looks better, Facebook or YouTube. So we got both streams running.
Okay.
It's something new I'm trying.
Yes, I've been thinking about doing that myself when we want to go live to stream on Facebook. Also, didn't really know how it would work, but I've been mulling over trying it anyway.
Well, I like it because you can go on YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Right. Right.
Oh, I feel sorry for you, Jason. You're normally knocking the hell out of them big cats while you're fishing. He normally catches some 40 and 50-pound cats real quick.
That's some good ones.
And he don't normally. I mean, he won the tournament, the first meet and greet we had, the bragging rights tournament. I'm waiting for a few more people to come in here, then we're going to get started.
All right. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. Tomorrow night, I get to do something I had never done.
What are you going to do
We'll
tomorrow
go
night?
out tomorrow night. We're going to go out and do some bow fishing in the Gulf.
Uh-oh. What you going to be bow fishing for?
They said we could get stingray, sheep's head, flounder, and maybe a shark.
Flounder is good eating.
Yes,
I've not had
I'd be excited.
stingray yet. I've
I've
had
never
shark.
tried it.
I've had shark. Hey, Sean, Great
And
Outdoors. How you doing?
I like to try the sheep's head out.
The what?
The sheep's head.
I think a sheep's head. Every time I see a sheep's head, Reminds me of freshwater drum. Don't get me
Yes,
wrong,
but they got their teeth look like a human's teeth, though. They're pretty wild
right.
looking.
That's the only thing that drives me crazy. A sheep's head with human's teeth. Oh, that's it. No, that's all kinds of wrong in a fish. You know it? That's all kinds of wrong.
Yeah, they're weird looking. Um, I'm just kind of excited to get out there and try it.
Oopsie Daisy says sheep's head has a crazy smile. Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
still not a fish you
yeah,
want to stick your
they
finger
do.
in its mouth. That'd
No,
have a hell of a
might
bite.
pull back a nub.
May have a hole in your finger. No, they just got the two teeth on the bottom.
Yeah, might pull.
No, she said they have the two teeth on the bottom, right? Or
Yeah,
is
they
it
have
four
the
teeth?
teeth. They have like I said, their teeth. I'm not sure how many they have, but they're pretty wild looking.
I know the two biggest teeth you can see are human teeth.
Yes.
That would be a mistake.
But,
Great
yeah.
Outdoors almost got bit by putting a pike back in the water yesterday. Pike are
Yeah,
good
that'd
eating,
be
but
rough too.
that's just too many bones in them things. All
Yeah,
right,
you got to
let's.
kind of fillet them twice. You got to fillet it and split it
Yeah,
again.
then you got to play the Y bones out. Hey, Kelly, I think you got froze. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I thought you froze up.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you
All right.
now.
I'm here.
Give us a little backstory on your how you got your name for your channel. 3+1.
Well, I have 4 kids. I have 4 kids. I have 3 boys and 1 daughter. So that's how the 3+1 came about.
Okay.
Originally, all my kids' names start with C. Originally, I was going to call it 4C, and then we found out that 4C actually stood for something else, and so that's when I come up with the 3+1.
Okay. So, what got you into catfishing?
It's something I've done ever since I was knee high. I fished for catfish all my life.
Okay.
I
I
had
know
a
that. I've
had an
been
uncle.
fishing since I was knee high, and I enjoyed it.
Yes, I had an uncle that only had a daughter. He would take me fishing with him all the time as a kid. And I had a great uncle that fished all the time, that carried me fishing all the time. So I've fished all my life.
Oh wow. So, when was your first time you caught your biggest cat? You remember that really got you turned on into
Oh,
a diehard cat fisherman.
oh, I'm going to say probably just old enough to remember it, 7 or 8 years old. going out catching channel cats.
And you caught that really big cat, huh?
Numbers then. Yeah, probably. I was probably on up in my teen years before I remember catching a real big one, catching a big flathead or anything. But just as a smaller kid, going and catching a lot of channel cats was always a lot of fun.
But when you hooked into that big flathead, it was game on, right?
You're exactly right. It was a game changer.
Oh yeah, that one big cat that you finally find out that there's more than just channel cat out there, and you hit that big flathead, you're like, "Oh, baby, 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 come on, let's go! I want another."
That's
It's
right. Well, and that's when you quit fishing for those. You stop fishing for the numbers, and you just start fishing for that big fish. Even if you don't catch but that one big one in a day, that's okay.
That's like my logo says. Avid fisherman has a big flathead on it. It says Big Cat Hunter. It says Dream Big. Then on the other side it says they're out there. It's
right.
like
I think
I know.
I think they're out there a lot bigger than what's been caught.
Oh yeah, I know there are. I marked with catfish and crappie. I Uncle Lou, and I tell you what, I'd love to take someone fishing, like I did Jason Lamb on the first meet and greet with Mark, Sean, Norm, and a friend of Jason's was there. And that night of that tournament, with me, Mark, and Jason fishing it, I was within 20 feet of Jason and watching him land 120 pounds of cats in an hour. That was epic. And he just moved 50 feet from one spot to another spot and set up. As soon as he did, he threw that one rod out, bam. His dragon was just squealing. And he got that one in, he threw right back out. The same hole, the same rod. Went off again, not within 5 or 10 minutes. It was
right.
And he was fishing right next to me. We're throwing in the same hole. Out there in the channel.
Yes.
And he was getting them before me, and we're using the same baits. That boy, I swear.
I've seen it happen many times.
He reminds, you know who Betty is, right? In the catfish community? Yes. Couple crosses fishing?
Yes.
That night, I thought of him having a lucky horseshoe in his back pocket. But he's an amazing man. I'll go fishing with him anytime. Him and Mark, I want to fish with them two more and get to know them better. Nothing against Norman and Sean, but
yeah, there's a lot of great fishermen out there. That's for sure, especially in this in the YouTube catfishing world. There's a lot of guys out there that I give a lot of respect. They catch a lot of big fish. They put in the time and the effort, and you just got to give them props because they've done their homework.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Katie's having StreamYard issues. I don't know how to help her with that, but I talked to her earlier, Mark. It's not her home Wi-Fi. I'm thinking it's how she's going into StreamYard. Hello, Gina Ladybug. So what you guys fish out of a boat a lot, right?
Yes.
Can you go through the walkthrough of the boat and tell us how you modified it for fishing?
Well, I just last year I bought a new Pro 170 tracker, and so the Pro 170 tracker all the way around the gunnel has the I can't remember what it's called, but it has a frame all the way around, and so I just made me some U brackets that would go in. I could put bolts in to hold the brackets on, and then drilled holes through the top of them to put my rod holders in them. And I have 8 down one side of the boat, and I have 6 down the other side of the boat.
Oh,
So I
so
have
when you go
14 rod
catfish,
holders.
when you go catfishing, you mean serious business. Do you have any across the bat?
Most of the time, there's 8 rods. No, I don't have any that are straight across the back. They're down the sides.
Oh, you got the Versa racks.
Yeah, they have the Versa rack. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's what Uncle Lou said is calling them, the Versa rack.
Yes.
So you could add,
Exactly.
you could add more rod holders in if you wanted to.
Yes, I can.
Do you have? How's your boat
Because
rigged
it
up
has
for
it all the way around the gun.
all the way around it? That's amazing.
Yes.
How's your boat rigged up for lights for night fishing?
For right now, I just have some lights that I can plug into this 12 volt and run them off my off off the plug on my boat. I don't have anything fancy or anything. It's just a 12, just something I can run off the 12 volt, so I can see at night.
Have you ever thought of taking LED lights and putting them underneath the inside edge of the boat, all the way around it, where you light it up
I
like
do
blue
have
or
some.
green lights like that?
Yeah, I do. They're not blue or green. I do have some LED strips that I use some. Um, but I'm gonna be honest. I try not to fish. I try not to light up too much unless it's just when I'm videoing, just because the bugs will eat you alive out there with
That's
the
what.
lights.
That's why I was suggesting something like the blue strips or the green strips that more
Right.
won't attract the bugs as much. Because anytime you put a white strip down in there, bugs are gonna come after you like a holocaust. Hi, Big Slim. Hi, Brian B.
Yes.
So, what kind of gear do you
That's
normally
the
use
reason.
when you're catfishing?
At night. Uh, well, my favorite rods that I have are I have some B&M for Catalytics. Uh, I have around 5 ambassadors, anywhere from a 5500 to 6500 that we use. Uh, I do have a Cast King that I bought not too long ago to try out. I haven't really, I've been using it some. I hadn't used it a whole lot. Haven't decided how much I really like it. I do know this. I bought the one I bought. I bought the 6,000. Yeah, I would go down to a 5,000 if I bought another one.
On which one?
On the Cast King,
I like the 6,000. I like the
the rope.
5. Yeah, I like the casking spinning reel with a bait feeder on it. But if I could, I'd go with the 6,000 with the louder bait feeder.
Yes.
Oh,
The one I have is, I think it's the 6,000 rope. It's a
yeah,
bait cast
casking rubber.
reel. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I bought one of the Pissy Fun Chaos 50s, and that's the one I got pulled in the lake the other day with one of the new B&M rods.
I'm gonna have to go to a river somewhere, probably the Kaskaskia River, and break in Chunky's rod. I used it last night in a live night fishing, and I caught my first channel on my live, but it wasn't on Chunky's rod like I wanted it. It was on the wrong rod.
Right.
I didn't put the same. I'll put it this way:
So is it?
I didn't put the same rig that I should have put on there. So what pound of test do you
What
normally
kind of rig
use?
do you like to use?
Huh?
Well, unlike a lot of people, I do like the braid. I usually use 65-pound braid with a 50-pound monofilament, and I usually use a pretty long leader. I'll use anywhere from a 2 to a 4-foot leader.
Nice. Almost sounded like me. I use braid as well, but my lead is going anywhere from 18 to 36 inches.
Right.
Now, what were you gonna?
I fish my home lake more than I do anywhere. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What question were you asking me before I asked you that question about the rigs that I use?
I said, do you have that? Is the rod you got from Chunky? Is it painted up like his?
Yeah, he has it all tagged up and everything, just like his. I hit it with a headlamp. Damn thing will light up like a Christmas tree. If I had it under a blue light, it would really show up. High Art 1-Ton Fishing Club.
I could only imagine.
But it's going to be more videos and more live streams.
There you go.
Because it's paired up. It's a 7-foot, supposed to be medium heavy action rod, but it's leaning more towards a heavy action rod. And I have it paired up with a low profile Shakespeare ATS reel. Now,
Okay.
now when you're fishing, do you drift or do you anchor?
I drift and I anchor. It's according. If I'm after blues, I'll drift more. If I'm flathead fishing, then I'll anchor.
Ooh, you already know the game plan there, don't you? For the flatheads.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, DMV in the house. Welcome, bud. What do you look for on the river without electronics? What do you look for in the river for your possible flathead sites?
Well, I look for that break in the current, and then just possible as I go down the bank, look for down trees and structure under the water.
I like that answer because I don't use no electronics, and I'm a bank fisherman. I look for certain things like the current seams, where barges tie off on the rivers, the jetties, the outbreaks, stuff like that. And you can always tell whether there's a deep hole because the
Right.
water will stop and swirl there or boil back up. And if you
Yes.
cast upside of that
Yes.
swirl and you just let that weight and sinker drop into it, you'll go and catch one of them. Hi, Sabrina.
Yes.
And want to be outdoors? But
Yeah, my home lake doesn't have a lot of current, so I have to get up in the river to find any current. But you can get up in the river and, of course, come off the gravel bars, everything where you have the current, and get into the current breaks, and that's where that's where we catch most of our flatheads. We catch on rod and reel.
I bet. So, who is your fishing partner that you fish with in your videos?
He's my oldest son. Yeah, it's my oldest son, and his son, my grandson, is with me.
Okay. 'Cause I know when I seen you guys do your uh, live stream the other day, I thought it's epic with him and you uh, working together as a team interviewing Sharina.
Yes. Yeah, that's my oldest son. He fishes me all the time.
So, what are your PBs for your channel? I mean, yeah, for your channel cat.
Uh, for that, I would be around 15 pounds.
15. And what about your blue?
Yes. Blue,
How,
60.
wow. And your flathead?
64.
You don't play around with these fish, do you?
No, I like I said, I've fished all my life.
I'm just wondering how many of
caught
these
a
fish
lot in that 50 to 60 pound range.
Yeah. I didn't know much about I didn't really learn the species of fishes when I was younger. But when I got older and someone uh started telling me the differences between the species, I sat back down.
Right.
I looked at the guy and says, I wonder how many of them flatheads I've actually caught and I thought was a channel. And how many of them blues I caught that I thought was something else. He goes, what do you mean is this?
Right.
I caught so many catfish when I was a kid. I thought some of them were albino and some of them were big, giant flatheads. So I'm like, okay.
Right. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Especially you catch a big blue in the wintertime, those things are almost white when the water's real cold.
Oh yeah, they look like an albino.
Yes.
It's amazing.
It is.
So,
but nothing fights, none like that big flathead.
No, nothing does bite like a big flathead. That's a fact. So if anybody has any questions out here, feel free to put them in chat, and we'll catch him and I'll ask him his questions.
Yes.
Sogo says his PB.
I think that's the reason.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I said go ahead with what you were saying.
Oh, I guess that's the reason my favorite bait is a bluegill head. I love using big bluegill heads because flathead or that big blue, either one on them. I catch more fish just altogether on a bluegill head than anything else I fish with.
I like using whole bluegills because those big blues and big flatheads, I hit them things like a like they're nothing. Hi Thomas, how you doing? I mean, just watching the rod when the big blue hits that bluegill. That's about 4 or 5 inches. Hello, beautiful.
Right.
And watch that rod
Hey
bend over,
guys, how are
knowing
y'all
that.
doing?
Good. How are you? And watching the
I'm great. I'm great. Enjoying my vacation.
that's good. Watching the rod just bend over with that big bluegill on it. Epic.
It is. It is. You can always tell though when you get that big bluegill on like that, and you can always tell when it's that flathead bite because it takes him a while to take it down. Usually, he'll chew on it for a while before he goes with it.
Yeah, but when right before that big flathead bites and that bluegill has its eyes where it can see, and it sees that coming, your rod tip starts doing that little tiny dance where that bluegill's trying to get away from something. You know there's something down there fixing to happen. Because that rod tip is just going like, just jerking all over the place. And you know something's fixing to happen down there.
Yeah, that's the reason I like to trim their tail.
That's why, right?
When I do use live bluegill like that, I like to trim.
I don't trim the tail. I just go maybe a 1/4 inch into the flesh and cut the tail off. And that way it leaves
Got you.
cuts the blood to where it also guts out a little bit, but not a lot, and gives off some of the fish scent in the water too. Want to be outdoors, wants to know, Larry, what were you saying about jet ties or brakes for flatheads?
Oh well. So
What you look for
whenever I find
flatheads?
So wherever the current is, I like to find the backup, the eddy, next to it, the deeper hole, uh, and that's usually where I'll fish is in the eddy, off the side of the current for the flatheads. And again, I like to look for trees that are falling off the bank or whatever, or real rocky areas, because flatheads they like living down there in the structure.
Oh yeah, they love the structure. They love any sunken barges or trees or any pipes that's in the water that's big enough for them to go in. Two old vets made a statement here, which I kind of thought was funny. Looks like me and Larry robbed the cradle. Talking about your beautiful wife, looking younger than you.
Yeah, just by a couple years.
Don't let him lie to you.
What'd she say?
We have she and I have been she and I have been married for 30 years, going on 31 years. She's another fishing partner.
What's her PBs?
What's her PBs?
Yes.
Um, she caught on our very first video we ever made, she called her personal best channel and her personal best blue that day. On the very first video we ever made, she called it was either a 9 or a 10-pound channel that day, and she caught a 20-pound blue that day.
Wow. Now, has she hooked into a flathead yet?
No, not with rod and reel anyway.
Okay. I'd
When
like
we
to
were
see that
young-
on video when she
When
does.
we were young, yeah, I'd be excited to make that video.
I always like watching a woman's first time reaction when they bring a big flathead in and see how big the head and the mouth is on it. The reaction. That's priceless.
Now, I go noodling, and I went down and strung some fish in some holes, and gave her the stringer and let her pull them out of the holes on the stringer. So she's pulled some big fish out of noodling hides that I've strung for her, and let her pull them out.
So she knows what it feels like to get bit. Literally get bit. Because every time I try, when I was younger, I'd take people noodling, and I says, "You get in this water. It's not a game. It's not no hype. You stick your hand in that hole, you're going to get bit. So expect it. Get prepared for it. Get mentally prepared for it, because it's going to happen."
Most definitely.
Sabrina wants to know.
Taking someone that's never done that before.
Oh yeah, it is. Let me find that question again. I just lost it. Sabrina wants to know: did you introduce your wife to fishing during your dating days? While you were dating her?
Yes, I did. Yes.
And what was her
city girl.
reaction? Oh, really?
She loves it. She loves she loves going fishing.
That's amazing. Ah, come on.
Yeah, she's been out of the city for a long.
So now she's a so now she's a country girl, huh?
She's a country girl now. Yes.
One thing I used to wear when I was noodling, you know those black sleeves that goes around your thumb all the way up to your shoulder. They're like a Kevlar
Yes.
sleeve. Then I'd put a chainmail glove on my hand because I know how bad those flatheads like to bite down. And I just shoved my hand all the way down in there until I hit the gills. Then I put my hand between the gills and the gill plate and grabbed the gill plate. It chomped down on my elbow real hard. I'm like, but when I got that gill plate just right, they didn't fight as much until you got them out of the hole.
Yes.
Country Catfish with Chuck, welcome. I've fishing with Paula. But what was your biggest catfish that you noodled?
84 pounds.
What was hers?
I done something bad to her once. I wanted to pull one out of the hole, and I went down and I popped the stringer through its mouth. And when I did, I felt that there was a second fish in there. So I went ahead and strung both of them on the same stringer And I came up and handed her the end of the stringer and told her to pull them out. When she pulled them out, they jerked her down in the rocks and beat her up pretty bad. And it was
You
two
pulled a
40-pound fish.
You did what? That was a bad thing to do to her, and not tell her about it.
Check the yeah. Yeah, she said some not so nice things to me that day.
I'm sure. Yeah, you handed her the stringer and says, "Here, there's a fish." You didn't tell him about the second one.
Yeah.
Stan is
It was
stepping
always
in for
fun.
Katie
How you doing,
Collins
Stan?
tonight.
Larry, how's it going? 3+1. Great. You do a great job. I've watched some of your videos and stuff. Awesome job that you do, my friend. And you know, support you out there in everybody's chat, and
Thank you.
really
Same.
appreciate that. You know, that's I got a question just coming in off the bat. You know, I try to do
Yes.
that, be around in everybody's chat. And we've all seen you in there. How important do you think that is for like this this community, that we're kind of all out there supporting each other? Have you noticed that helps your channel at all?
Yes. Yes, it's great help, and you know, the catfish community on YouTube, it's the greatest community ever. Every person that I've had any dealings with at all, man, they've all been great, and great support and great help.
That is totally true. If there's something that you're not sure of, there's somebody here that's willing to help you out, and it's just amazing the you know, love and support. Look at this, the chat we have out there. You got Catfish and Crappie, JP3, Georgia, Has Life. I mean, there's just everybody is just Sunfish Assassin, Avid, Great Outdoors. I mean, Avid Show here is personifies that you know, trying to bring channels up in and give them a voice that, you know, isn't really, you know, that they don't get that the FaceTime, let's say, that some other people. So Avid Show is amazing for that, helping people get started and get that kind of push and get that run going.
That's a
Yes.
true statement right
Yes.
there.
And that's the same thing. We kind of started doing that same thing on Thursday nights, doing a show, and that's what I want to do is have people on, give them a voice, let them, you know, just, you know, give them a chance to get their channel out there and for other people.
Yeah, that's something that's why this channel started a long time ago. It started out as a DIY. Then it started out as tips, tricks, and techniques. Then it went into a guest host and doing guests and learning things that way. Then after a while, I just said, heck with it. I just keep going back to my roots and start bringing new channels in.
Well, Avid, isn't that where your name actually came from? That was what your whole intention of doing YouTube was.
Right. So that's why I started YouTube, was to help beginners. Then I got a co-host that she wanted to do the same thing, which is Katie Collins, which I hope she'll get her StreamYard issues fixed. Because she's helped me out in the past with some great guests too, as well, like Has Life and a few others. She just hasn't been shouted out for doing it, and I'm sorry for not doing that earlier. But she's been helping out a lot with this show. So, with that being said,
That's
she'll be
awesome.
missed. But last week's show was kind of epic with Stan. I don't know if you've seen that last week. 3+1 with Paula as guest. Last 45 minutes of the show.
Yes.
Stan was just running through the list of women in the show. He goes, "Oh, and Judy Booty, that's another awesome female angler." I'm like, Dan, Judy Booty is not a female. His ass got as big as a freaking coffee cup and looked up and said,
well, those
"Are you
that don't-
sure?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure. I just watched one of his videos."
Those that know me well know that I put my foot in mouth very often.
Well, that one went all the way up to the shoulder.
Oh yeah, it was in there.
I mean, I couldn't believe it. Paula jumped on that one real quick, like,
We all do that at times.
Yeah, you know, we had wonderful the one and only Paula Smith. I haven't had her up on here last week.
What else?
"So what? You're breaking
I'm
up.
sorry.
You're breaking up. Didn't hear you." You're breaking up. 3 + 1.
All right. I think Stan had a question, or I didn't understand what he said.
You want to repeat that, Stan?
What heck? Now I done forgot what I was saying. I'm a little old, you know. The memory isn't as good. I was saying about Paula Smith out there. You know, Paula Smith was the awesome guest on here last week, and you know, she's one that I think should have thousands and thousands of
Subscribers,
followers, family members, whatever name you want to call for it. And so, you know, if you're not with Paula Smith yet, go check her out. Give that let's get her up to 1,000. But 3 + 1, what's your channel starting to grow and get some momentum and stuff now? For those that are just starting and just kind of getting in that, maybe getting a little discouraged, what's some advice that you could give them?
Just do it. Just there, make the videos. Number one, it's very hard for us, being older, like you said, we are older. Learning to make the videos, to edit the videos has been a big challenge. But my wife does all the editing, and she has done all learning how to do it, and she's just getting better with each video we do.
But I would agree with that.
Tell anybody, don't wait till you have all. Just get out and do it.
I don't know anything about editing, so I don't edit videos. I just make them and I post them, keeping it real.
Well, that's why you're avid.
So that's where I'm like, yeah, live videos. I got it made. I got it made. I just do go live and they get it all, no matter where I catch them or not.
That's right, Avid. And but Larry brings up a good point. You know, I'm kind of old school and a little challenged with some of that technology and stuff. Stan 3, the videos the edited videos that we have put out, he's been doing, kind of taking over with that, and that's where our the one thing that's held us back, I think, is not putting out that video. We do our lives every Sunday morning, and everybody knows I'm up here talking all the time, and we have our Friday night show at 8 p.m. But videos, we've got, you know, 2 or 3. We've got like 50 live fishing streams. I've got like 50 or 60 or more, you know, live talking where we're getting information on catfish and people and youth and things like that. But your wife has helped you out with that. Stan 3 has kind of been the one that's doing that now, and that's where our next thing is going to be, is videos. We need to get the videos out there, and that's, I think moving forward, for any channel to kind of survive and grow, you've got to have lives. You got to have, you know, you got to be a personality, and you have to have videos and short. It's the whole combination of it that that's going to grow, I think. And that's my opinion. I'm just
Yes.
you would agree with that?
Well, James, congratulations.
Yeah.
You just hit 400 family members.
Who hit 400?
3+1 just
Hey.
hit it.
Awesome.
I had some mods share out his link.
Awesome. Awesome. Great.
Go ahead, as you were saying, Sam.
Yeah. To hit that 1,000, that's going to be a big deal. Yeah.
Hey, Robert James, I appreciate you. Thank
We've
you.
already said that. And of course, just soon as we hit 500, we're gonna do another big giveaway. I haven't really decided. Maybe I'll let some of the fans decide what we give away, as long as it's something I can afford.
A pontoon boat.
Yeah, I'd be careful with some of the answers they give you. Some of those answers may cost you a fortune.
Yeah, like I said, it have to be something I can afford.
I'm glad you put it that way, because you might got some crazy ideas.
Yeah, and that's another thing. When we first started out, we didn't have nothing really, and started. We bought more things, been blessed enough that we've been able to buy more things, and still though it don't take a whole lot. We have a GoPros, and we have a camcorder. Don't use the camcorder that much. I'll use it some when I go hunting, but we have a couple GoPros and our phones, and that's mainly what we use the video with.
Yeah, these new phones are really epic for doing live streams and videoing while you're fishing. I like them more than GoPro, because these newer phones, you can be
Yes.
going live, and you can zoom. On my phone, I can zoom in on the make a camera zoom in on the rods and everything when I do lives.
Yes.
That's it. That's
Yes.
some of the technology on these new
Yeah.
phones is just
And
epic.
this week,
But the GoPros,
this week we're down here doing some surfing. We're on vacation. We're definitely doing lives this week while we're down here surfing.
now, what are your goals for your channel?
My goal, just like anybody, I would say, is to finally get to that 1,000. That would be a great feat to get to 1,000. But always to be a family-oriented outdoor channel, and another thing, I want everyone to know that God comes first in my life, then family, then the outdoors. That's just where our saying come from: God, family, and the great outdoors. And
Amen.
that's just how I live my life.
Everybody in chat here and probably in the campus community would probably agree with that.
Yes, sir. I totally agree with it. We do our Sunday morning, our Sunday morning lives, and it's on Sunday morning. But every morning that I'm out there, I truly feel closest to God when I am on the river. I'm fishing with my son. I'm enjoying his creation. I'm mentally thanking him for what he's blessings he's given in me in my life. To me, church is where you gather in support of God, and you try to live the values that He wanted us to, and that to me that's church, and so he's a big influence in my life also. I may not be the best example as far as, the going to the church and things. But that is first and foremost on my mind every Sunday morning is the thanks to God for what He gives to me in my life. So, and appreciating His creation. This time last year I was in a whole different spot that I am right now, and yeah, I just thank God for that He was there.
I like what Palmetto said.
That's
You
right.
don't have to go to church to love God, which there's a lot of truth to that.
Nope.
I tell you what, Palmetto sent me the
Exactly
link.
right.
Palmetto sent me the
God-
link. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Larry.
No, I said God's right here. We carry Him right here
Exactly.
everywhere we go.
And Palmetto sent me the link to the church.
We don't have to have a building for that.
This, the technology nowadays. Palmetto sent me the link to the services at his church, and I've been watching them, and it's just man, it's powerful. The service, so I've been watching that after after we do our thing, and it's just amazing. So Kevin, I thank you. I see Palmetto there, right there, and so I appreciate you sending that to me. Very positive, and that's right. It's amazing.
Kevin's been a big influence in the Catfish
it's
community.
it's like you say, whether I'm sorry, what was that?
I said Palmetto Cats has a real good influence in the Catfish community. As
He
with the church,
does. I really like Kevin. Kevin does a great job in everything he does.
another one that is doing really good in the Catfish community is Catfish and Crappie Mark and Has Life and a few others.
Yes.
Two stands.
Yeah.
But the grandfather of them all is Lyle Stokes of Catfish Weekly. He started it, then James started it, then it grew from there. Good night, Jason.
Yeah. That's the thing. Just like me, I haven't been in the YouTube that long. I'd watch YouTube videos and everything, but starting to make videos and starting a channel, I got to see just how good all these people truly are. You watch their shows and you see what they do is one thing, but then getting involved and seeing how much they are willing to help you and help you grow, it's a totally different ball game. I see how much they really care for one another.
Right. Here's the way I look at it. My channel grows, fine, but as long as I can help new people coming out that's in the Catfish community, get them known and seen, that's the blessing. Getting them known. People may see their names in chat and not have a face to put with it, but once they see the face behind the name and know what their channel is about and what they're looking to do with their channel, it gives people in the Catfish community something to look forward to.
Yes. Yes. And of course, just another reason to go fishing is always good too.
Yeah. And like Stan, anytime he knows kitties are having an issue or something, since she's a co-host, he's more than opt to jump in and help. And so is Sharina Little keeping it real. If she can't, Stan will do it. he's a good person I can count on in a pinch if I need him.
Well, thank you very much, Avid. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I see some. I see the comments out there. I was not. I was not saying don't go to church. By all means, church. When you have that many people gathered together in the name of God, there's nothing more powerful than that. But if that's not what you can do, you know, do what you can to praise His name. And you know, that was where I was going with that. By all means, you go to church. That's where you're going to be the closest to God. The more people you got together there, and it just doesn't get more powerful than that. But if that's not what you can do, you know, you keep His name in your heart and in your mind, and try to follow the life that He'd want you to follow. And you know, that's where I was going with that. So by all means, I'm not suggesting if you go to church.
I know people say pray a lot. I found talking to Him like I'm talking to you simpler, easier, and no disrespect about prayers, but to me, I just find it easier to talk to Him.
Hey, we all got to have our way to talk with God. That's for
right.
sure.
It's just a relationship. Yeah, it's a relationship.
Have
This is a relationship with you.
Have a good night, Mark.
Yeah,
And
Mark. Catfish and Crappie. What an amazing Mark is. Just consider him a true friend. He's just awesome and amazing. The way his channel has grown, and Mark is just that same person. Really appreciate him out there.
Yes.
Because when I'm driving, I don't listen to music.
I tell you.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
No, go ahead with what you're saying. I cut you off. I'm sorry.
No,
No,
Larry, you're the guest here.
What
What you got to do is
I'm lost train of thought.
that's easy to do. No, like I was saying, when I'm driving, I don't listen to music. I just have the winds down and I talk. And 90% of the times, I end up finding out I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to Him. Even though maybe a one-sided conversation, but
That's right.
but it helps just get things out of my head. Or half the time I'm yelling at the driver in front of me. I'm not talking to him. I'm talking to the guy in front, but he still hears it.
Yeah, Larry, what you got to do is you're the guest here. If you just keep going, and we'll stop once you're trying to talk. It's hard with the delay sometimes, and especially when you get 2-3 people up, and
It is.
but so just if you go to start saying something, we'll just stop and you keep going, because
I totally understand that.
tonight's show is about you. That we made a great choice having you on tonight. You're doing
Sogo
awesome.
said it right. Just dominate the conversation.
Yep.
I'm good. I have learned so much. I just want to say, I've learned so much from all of you guys. You guys have taught me a lot. Not only just fishing, but with trying to have a channel and trying to do the videos and all the tips and pointers each and every one of you have given me has been great. And I can't say it enough that the catfish community on YouTube is the most awesome community ever.
Yeah, I'm laughing at that. I have a tendency, Larry, that my wife always calls me the mayor when we go into stores, because people for some reason gravitate and talk to me, and Well, so I've kind of got the ability to talk back, and I try to be, I try to rein myself in, but
It's kind of hard to
It's
have
quite all right.
watch him sometimes.
I need more.
You need more. He can teach you how to talk more.
Yeah, I probably need to be. I need to teach myself to talk and communicate more. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Larry, I got a question.
My wife's the talker between she and I. All right.
Well, we're exact opposite here. I'm the talker. My wife is kind of she doesn't like the attention, and I'm all. But part of that was because what I did, I was in the military when I was 17. When I got from there, I went into restaurant management, and to be a manager, I don't think of a manager as a boss. A manager is a teacher. They're a leader. They've got to set the example without saying they're setting the example, but you've got to walk the walk and talk the talk, and so you've got to be that leader. So that's always been. I've been used to talking to for 20 years. I talked to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people a day. And one of the things doing restaurants, what I tried to do is I tried to talk to each and every person that came in, even if I was just saying hello or thank you for coming in, something like that. Even if it was just a quick little greeting. So I kind of had to do that for years and years. What is your experience outside of YouTube and fishing? What background do you come from?
Right now, I am a engineering specialist for a major rubber company.
Oh, really?
So we make every different type of bushing that goes on a vehicle. Design the molds, and I do all the trials and set all the parameters to run the molds by. So I have 12 people that work on me. That, like you just said, I have to be the leader. I have to lead them and guide them and show them what to do or how to do different things. So when I'm at work, I am that person because I have to be. I have to be that person that takes that lead role and talks and communicates. And so, and now that you said that, that's exactly what I have to do, or what we need to do on our YouTube channel also. So we need to take that lead role and show people, tell people what we're doing, why we're doing it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
How we're doing it.
Yeah, like the gear setup, and everything you go through in your lives, the reason why you're doing it, why you picked that spot, and all that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Larry, that's
and that is something we've done a few lives. We haven't done a whole lot of them, but we're going to definitely do more. And like you said, the engagement. I really enjoy the engagement that you get while you're out doing the lives. That part of it is I really enjoy it.
That's engaging with your people in chat. That's the best. That's fun.
Yes.
Engaging with your people in chat.
Yes.
That's the best. Come on, shut up. There you go.
Yeah, I see another person out there. I gotta mention Uncle Lou Lee Reed. Thank you, my brother. He's just an amazing person. The things he does that people don't even the things that he does that people don't even realize.
He
just means a lot. He means a lot to me. So
yeah, he's an amazing man. Lou Reed, he may own his own tackle shop.
Yeah, I see so many awesome people.
Avid, can you do me a favor and scroll up to Sogo? I would love to do a live stream with Sogo. That would be awesome.
Oh, the one where the talking competition.
Yeah, yes, that would be awesome. I love it.
I told him I was gonna set that up on my channel. I could probably set that up between you two.
Sure.
Just do a live stream just with you two and just
Yeah,
let you guys go.
Yeah, we just done a show with Sogo, and it was so awesome. Sogo's a great guy.
I missed that one.
Communicates well too.
Yeah, I believe it was last week that one was.
Before Sharinga. Yes.
Right. I seen the one with Serena. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the one with Sogo.
And I've got. Yeah.
Yeah, I watch. What happens is I watch more, and I'm not trying to say this now. I find myself I say it and I feel like I'm not coming across. I'm not trying to come across as I just know so many people now. I feel so much. I feel so much love or whatever for so many people that when I come into a chat, sometimes it's so hard for me to I try to keep up with these old fingers and trying to text and in chat hello to everybody, and so a lot of times I'll watch and I won't say anything, but I've seen a lot of what people do and a lot of their things, and I should go back and put a comment afterwards and things like that, which I tend to forget sometimes. But yeah, I try to watch as much as I can. But it's tough. It's like, Elston will do that a lot, Chunky, because he comes in and everybody wants to say hello to Chunky, and it's just that's people just have that with this family. You just want to say hello to everybody, and
Yes.
Paula Smith, if you go live on YouTube,
you don't want,
I'm sorry, but I was saying something to
Am I
Paula.
going to go live?
No, I was talking to Paula on this one. She made a statement in chat.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Paula, if you go live on YouTube, you're going to get some people to come in and follow you and see what you got going on.
Paula, yeah, if you want to get in touch with me and you want to do a live show of your own where you're the host on the show, I would be more than happy to be your first guest, help you set it up, whatever you want to do. That would be awesome, yes.
So, what do you have planned for your channel?
Something I've got to do.
Go ahead, Larry. Keep going.
What do I have planned for my channel?
Yes.
Well, again, we do a show on Thursday nights now at 7:00. So I've got to reach out and get more people involved with that. We've had 2 guests, and I've got a guest for this next Thursday night, but I've got to reach out to get guests for future Thursday nights. We're going to start doing more live fishing. And of course, we'll always be out making videos and editing videos and putting them out. But yeah, the future is whatever the subscribers want to see. That's what I want to try to give them.
That's amazing. That should work out great, because not many channels will do what they think they can do, but I know a few channels that will ask the community what they want to see. or where they want you to go fishing. And that's something I'm going to start targeting, is something like that,
I'll be right back, Evan.
because it will help. It'll help you intermingle with your the people in the catfish community. So it'll be good.
Yes.
I'm trying to
Yeah,
read chat at
you
the same time.
know, I would love any. I would love the opportunity to be able to fish with some of the other YouTubers. Uh, as I get an opportunity, you know, I look forward to the chances to get to travel some and fish other areas and maybe fish with other YouTubers and actually meet them face to face. It'd be an awesome experience, I believe.
Okay, Larry.
Yeah.
Thomas Littlepage had a question out there. He said, "Question for Larry: what was the hardest thing about starting your show?"
Hardest thing is again just learning, more how to do things, and we don't know how to do it all yet, but we are doing our best, and we're learning more and more every day. Again, far as the hardest thing would be the editing, and like I said, if it wasn't for my wife doing it, it wouldn't be as good as it is. But she has done an awesome job of learning, teaching herself how to do it, and she's getting better and better at it all the time.
Yeah, there you go. Sogo was wanting 3+1 link and drop off. Dang it, cat!
What were you saying, Stan, before you got attacked?
Man, that cat. I love my cat, but dang it! Woo! I was saying, Sogo was asking for. I think Uncle Lou just did it. He was asking for a couple links there. Yeah, and y'all check out Sogo. First time I saw Sogo was on. We were talking about Palmetto Cats before and the influence that he has on our community and our family. And the first time that I saw Sogo, sun's out, guns out, the no sleeves. That's I'm a big believer in that. But was during the ring tying competition, and he was awesome. So
Yeah, it's gonna be a cat that's gonna put you to sleep on the Iron Man challenge.
Yeah, that's another.
it was the cat.
That's another great thing about Paul Meadows, Kevin's show. He comes up with so many new and great inventive things, and gets everyone involved, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Thomas says, so Stan has sleeves, so
That's
no
one of the
guns.
things me and my wife we're actually talking.
Well, Thomas, I'm an old man. The guns have kind of, I got guns if I push it up the other way. So
I'm sorry about that, Larry. What was that you and your wife were talking about?
Coming up with new and I guess more inventive ways to build community, because that's what it's all about, building community. And I really feel like the people on YouTube, they're not only community, they're family.
Yes.
The people really
Yes.
make me feel like they're a part of my family.
Amen. Amen to that. Amen to that.
It's something I
Now-
never thought I would fit.
Yeah.
Until you have a channel, you don't
Yeah, Larry, I think where you cut out in and out a little bit. I think what you were trying to say is until you have the channel, like we've been out there in chat, and you know, we when you're in chat or you don't have the channel really going yet, and you're talking to people, and they say, you know, you don't know what the support means until you actually feel it, when it's you that's out there on the making the video or on the live or being that personality that's there, and people are showing that same love and respect and family to you. Like the feeling of that is just like
Right.
it's priceless. You can't put words to it. It's
No, you
life.
can't.
It's life changing. For me, it's life changing.
You have a good night's sleep, Paula, and good luck tomorrow.
It is. It is.
Paula, God bless you. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Paula. If that's something you want to do, I'd be more than happy to help you. We'll have you come on Bank to Boat with Creo and Stan, and if you're looking to do something like that, we would be more than happy to help you. Sorry, Larry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Paula was. I'm a huge Paula Smith supporter. I'm sure everybody knows that by now.
No comment.
She catches some big fish.
Woo!
She's a queen of the 80-pound club.
I tell you what, I don't care if female, male, whatever. When you're landing a fish that's as big as you are,
If not bigger.
yes, hey, you deserve all the respect in the world.
Some of those fish that she's caught were taller than her by about 3 inches. 3 or 4 inches. Easy.
Thank you, Sogo. Thank you.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I'm just glad that you're getting out there with your channel and
Yeah,
going
that's
live.
good.
And say what?
Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to do more lives and continue with our Thursday night. Let's get real. We're going to try to just reach out and get more people on just like I say, showcase their channels, talk to them, hear their point of views, help them grow, and let's all grow together as a community.
Now, you guys should try to get Katie on your shows as a guest sometime. Get her to talking.
I'd love to have her as a guest. That would be great. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Both of you
Like I
guys
said,
could get her.
I have this Thursday night. I have a person going to be on, which is Bobcat Horse. I've got to get some people scheduled for the weeks after that.
I'm scheduled for almost 2 weeks out. But I'm always looking too, and so is Katie's.
Yeah, Creel, our show from Bank to Boat on Friday nights at 8 p.m. We kind of we try not to get scheduled out too far. This way, you know, if something's going on that week or, you know, things like that, we kind of try to stay open till that week, and then we'll get our guests and get going from there.
I try to stay at least 3 weeks out.
No, that's a great idea.
But the week of the meet and greet, I will not be having a guest. It will be live right from the bank.
Oh, but that reminds me of something. I know we've got a lot of, like I said, the love and support from everybody out there. Truly, I didn't realize how much people, you know, it was some months back, and I was doing the Monday night shows, and I was doing it with Ace at the time, Ace Catfishing, and he had some issues come up, and I didn't even have StreamYard set up or anything at the time. So we were doing Monday nights at 9 o'clock, and he had some issues come up, and I'm like, well, he never sent me the link because Ace would normally set up the link, and then I would come on with him and we'd do our 9 o'clock show and whatever. Well, when he didn't send me the link, I didn't know that he had some issues happen. And I'm like, well, I guess we're not doing the show tonight. I literally had people texting me, messaging me, hey, is everything okay? You didn't come live tonight. You know, so it's that's just unbelievable.
Right. But you still took it upon yourself to still do it
Because
on your own channel and
they
still
care about you.
say what? What was that, Larry?
That's because the people actually care about you, and they actually care about what's going on with you. They care about
Exactly.
your health as well as all other things.
Yeah. This was going back towards like the beginning, and that's when I finally, that you know, when I kind of realized that.
And if you're not on for a night or two, that you start getting hammered with messages.
Yeah.
Messages or phone calls, or both.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I think sometimes the people in this community, they may show you more love and support than some family does. So yeah, they are truly family.
Yes. And Larry, that's why I call, people will hear me say it all the time. You know, the subs or whatever, I call them family members because, you know, it's two stands fishing family members, because that's truly how I feel about. And even if you haven't subbed to me yet and you're just out there in the catfishing community, I still consider you family. We all got that same love for each other, and you know, that's okay. But yeah, I consider you all family, and it's just amazing. Until you experience it, you know, people think I may be just talking or saying that, but once you experience that love or that support, like it truly is it really is a heartwarming. It's really you can't put words to it.
Everybody, let's.
You're exactly right.
I seen the statement in the chat. I just want to do a shout out for Lee Evans. Let's keep him in his prayers. He fell off a deck last weekend and possibly broke his back. So let's keep him and his family in thoughts and prayers. And reach out to him through Facebook or through YouTube and see how we can help him out.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sogo, for putting his PayPal link up in the chat.
Definitely.
So
that I'm gonna try to get through this. Y'all got to give me just a minute. That fractured back thing, I have experience with that. That is, I was hit by a drunk driver in 2009, and you know, there was, you know, you go through all kinds of tests and this and that, and that's I actually had fractured several vertebrae, and they never caught it in the MRIs and things. So it's it's life changing. That's not a you know, it's a serious thing, and so put your prayers out there for Lee. You know,
getting broadsided ain't easy.
It's you don't realize the back. I've broken every bone in my body pretty much, and until my back was injured, unless you've got that, it's hard to explain it. And that's kind of part of the reason why I ended up starting my channel, was that I wanted to show that even with if y'all watch my lives, you see me barely walking on the bank or trying to do this or trying to do that. I try to get out there every Sunday morning. That's why we tried to pick one day And we try to do that every Sunday to show that if we can go out, if I can go out and do that, regardless of what you're facing, face it and just go do it.
So
But
keep his PayPal account.
Life's too short.
Exactly. Life is too short. But like I said, Shogo, keep posting Lee Evans's PayPal account in
Yeah.
chat randomly.
Definitely.
Yeah, I know Lee's been a great support to me. He has he's always in the chats. He's always commenting on anything I do. He's
Yep.
been a great support and help to me.
Lee Evans has been
as far as
awesome.
I'm concerned.
Lee Evans has been really awesome. I mean, seeing him in chats and seeing his comments, he's a good man. I'm just sorry to see something like this happen to him.
Well, yes,
Thomas the Little Page wants to know, Larry, what are your plans for the
he'll definitely be in my
future
thoughts and
show?
prayers.
Thomas wants to know what your
For the future show.
yeah.
As far as definitely be more and more fishing. We plan to do as much fishing as possible. Of course, mine is 3+1 outdoors, and the reason I called it outdoors and not just fishing or catfishing is because I do like to hunt too, and I have a full-time job, so when I do hunt, I want to be able to share those things with you also. So there will be some hunts in there, but of course, I have more time in the year to fish than anything else, so there'll be more fishing than anything else. But as we go along, there will be some hunts that will videos that will come out also.
That's cool.
Avid, if you could put the Wrights trapping Coyote, he put his it's up a little bit. He's 100% disabled combat veteran, and his channel is to show that even hurt can still go out and do stuff. You just might have
I'm looking for it.
You just might have to do it
I
different.
found it.
There you go. That's right. Amen. Amen, brother. That is and thank you for your service. But yeah, that's
Hey, and thank you for your service.
I was just you know, I was in during peacetime.
What happened?
Yes, and thank you for your service, Stan.
Oh, well, no
Stay
worries at all.
quiet.
Yeah,
What
that
that ain't normal. That ain't like you, Stan, to stop in mid sentence and just quit.
well, that military, that has a big place in my heart.
Yeah, the military does too. It's military runs in my family, so
My youngest son is in the Air Force. He's stationed in Germany
right.
now.
Oh, God bless him. I was there in the 80s, the late 80s in the Air. I was Air Force F-16s. So God bless your family there, Larry. Thank you so much.
my family, as I call them, we joked around with each other, and they were in the Air Force. But I'm like, yeah, he just sat on the back of the missiles and just guided them where they need to go and drop the loads and fly off. They looked at me like, yeah, we did that, but we covered those guys on the ground real good too, which they did a lot for the ground troops. But I like giving my family members little slacks since I'm an Air Force brat.
Yeah, Germany was awesome too. That was just beautiful country over there.
Yeah.
Beavers like that, you can
my
have
son
dinner for a
and
month.
his wife, they just had their first child. So,
Next week's
so I've
guest.
only gotten to see pictures of her.
Oh wow!
That is the one. It doesn't matter, you know. I saw everybody out there saying, you know, about the peacetime and whatnot. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. But the sacrifice that whether it's peacetime, wartime, whatever, is that right there. Is that you're away from your family. You go where they tell you you're going to go. You do what they tell you you're going to do. So yeah, the family. When you're in the military, your family's there with you because they're sacrificing too.
Oh yeah, your family sacrifices a lot
That's right.
for your commitment.
Yes. Yeah, like you said, whether it's peacetime or not, they're still working on things and preparing to always be. They're always ready to go fight for our freedom.
Oh yes, sir. Yes, that was that's a requirement. You had to have a bag ready to go, and you had to be ready to go within an hour. So
Looking at StreamYard on 2 different phones gets confusing. I'm trying to see who's. I'm trying to remember who's next week. Someone asked me who was next week in chat, and I forgot who it was.
still a go bag in the truck guy. There you go, Sogo.
Okay, that's right. It's Chuck Watkins with Cass King.
JP3.
He'll be guest next week, and the week after that is a new female angler. She's working on getting the channel started, so we're gonna get her in here, get her welcomed. Her name is Christina Leaper, Leaper. So it's gonna be an awesome time. But tonight's amazing guest is 3+1 Outdoors, so.
Yes.
That's right.
Well,
Larry, if there's something that
Will your wife be in more videos?
Yes. Yes. Long as the weather's good. She's a fair weather fisherman.
I don't know. Hey, she liked to photo, but she walked right up behind you without you even knowing she was there during the midstream of the video, live stream, and just stood there. She's not shy. She's not camera shy. I like that. That's awesome. JB, welcome, bud.
I've been wanting to do, and as soon as we find and we talk to Rena about it, we may do it with her and Thomas. And be wanting to do a husband and wife fishing challenge with someone.
They are awesome. You know, I really have a lot of love and respect for Sharina and Thomas. We kind of keep dragging him into it, and he's trying to stay behind the scenes as much as possible. But
he did one video where he was in front of the camera.
Yep, and he's getting out there a little bit more and a little bit more. But yeah, Sharina, the energy that she has and that excitement and then the support with Thomas, that would be an amazing choice there, Larry.
Yes.
I'm lucky enough to fish with them next week
But
in
I'll
Shereen.
tell you,
Go ahead.
and that's we would look as our channel. We would look at any opportunity to fish other YouTube channel as a great opportunity, and look forward to getting the chance to do that with some of you guys.
Yeah. It's amazing with these new channels. And watching Sharina and, like I said, Catfish Katie Collins grow, it's amazing. Watching, because I like getting these new women in the catfish community out there and to be shared and be seen. And when they're behind that rod drilling in the fish, that's
Even if
another
it is-
catfisherman.
Even if it is a drum, we all know Sharina's queen of the drum. So even if it is just a drum,
Hey, she's been killing those carp.
hey, I'm fishing against her next weekend. I got to try to get these cuts in while I can here. She's one of my main competitors in the Iron Cat competition next week. So,
Well, hey, you got to remember one thing. She's been catching a lot of bait lately. She's been catching a lot of drum and a lot of carp, which is excellent catfish bait. So she don't have to go buy a bait and have to hunt for it. She's got quite a bit of it in the freezer.
And if you scroll up, Thomas there said, "We are up for it, Larry." Sharina said, "Thanks, guys." And she also said, there's a bunch of people saying, James said there, Thomas and Sharina are great. JP3, Thomas, Sharina are great people and are a blast to chat with. They certainly are. Sharina said, "We can't wait to fish with them."
James says she's going to hand it to you next week.
Well, that's all right, hey, y'all. That's okay. That's okay.
Hey, it's supposed to be about 3+1, not about killing each other for next week's show.
I know it. I know it. But he brought up the Sharina and Thomas thing. So yeah, there you go. Larry, you see the
because yeah, that's quite all right. I tell you, I don't know how you guys are going to stay up for that long.
Well, I can always send Sharina a link and have her come up and explain it to you. But I don't know if she's ready for that link.
You see, Larry, I've
been toying with
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
When I was going to say, you were saying about staying awake.
Just going to say, I've been toying with 44-hour challenge at some point. I couldn't imagine staying up longer than that.
I'm sure.
Yeah, unfortunately, I have a horrible sleep schedule, so this tournament is right up my alley. It's nothing. I was awake 3 overnights last week, where it was 2 days, sleep one night, don't sleep, and then sleep 2 nights later. So I'm ready for this. I hope they are.
So they did not. They're playing right into your hand.
That's right. That's right.
I'm going to say, well, this works out.
And another thing, Larry, that's something that
kind of got that ace in the hole.
That's right. That's right. And there's one more thing. You can kind of it's a totally different thing when the camera's on you and you're the one that's got to try to talk and you've got to try to have the answers or the direction or what you're going to say next. That's a whole different game that if you're not used to doing that on a regular basis, that is kind of for anybody that's done a stream or a live stream that's
Yes.
gone like a couple hours, it's a strain.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's a stream. And I mean,
so, yeah, that's one of the things. So since we've been doing ours, that's one of the reasons we've been trying to keep our Thursday night, let's get it real, to 1 hour. Just because, after about an hour, sometimes it gets hard to find things to talk about.
Yes.
so with the 8 other people in chat giving throwing smack at you, you're gonna throw it back.
Oh.
That's right.
It's like even when you get the thumbs down, hey, if you're getting the reaction, you're getting the reaction, and that's it's all good. J Dog's gone fishing. There's my good buddy J Dog out there.
We'll take it. We'll take it. They will give us a thumbs down.
That's right.
You never know what's going to happen.
Reaction, and long as you're reacting, you're doing something right.
Amen, my brother. Amen.
It's going to get wild here if things go right.
We need some criticism so we can better things. It's all right. Someone telling you, hey, you don't need to do something. Sometimes we just need to listen to them and to do things that are going to.
That's why I wish when there was a thumbs down, hey, tell me why. I don't care who or what it is. If there's a legitimate thumbs down, you couldn't hear the audio, or Stan ran his mouth too much, or
you got lucky, Stan. You got lucky.
Oh, I got lucky.
Yeah, because the person I had messaged is getting ready to go to bed. I should come up and put a whooping on you.
Well, that wouldn't be the first time, I'll tell you that much. You don't get the gray hairs without having some whoopings every now and then.
Because I was going to have her answer Larry's question about how they stay up. But, if she'd have said something, Thomas would have said something too.
Oh, Sharina, yeah, we've been, it's been awesome. And that's what family does. You go back against, you go back and forth against one another. You throw some shots at each other. And at the end of the day, you love them more than you love them more than you can say. And that's really, that's what it's all about as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, do that, JB. You're more than welcome on my show anytime you want. Just let me know when.
And we got to look at each other.
Yeah.
You didn't see that, did you?
No. But J Dog, I wave out to you every single show. That's right. Hey, J Dog, you ever want to come up? Just let me know. That goes for anybody. One of the big things that Creole and I had talked about when we started doing. Yeah, same for you, right, Larry? It's I will talk to, for as many hours as I'm on for as many hours as I have a camera in my face and we're doing this kind of thing, I probably spend at least that many hours on the phone or texting or chatting with somebody about catfish or whatever is going on and things. It's just like I said, it's unbelievable. Last time this year, I'm a dude sitting on my couch that wasn't moving very much, and now it's like it's just unbelievable. So,
Jose, what's up, bud? Jay's catfishing. Haven't seen him in a while. Hi, Josh.
There's Uncle Josh, my one-ton Virginia brother out there. What's up, Josh?
Ooh, if that ain't smack talk, I gotta
What
post that.
Yeah, I done
Talk
broke.
about shots fired.
I done broke the other ones. I get it. I get it. Face for radio. Yeah, I understand.
Man,
I kind of have it too, but
hey, that wasn't
Hey,
a shot. That was a cannon blast right at you.
Oh man.
But what are your go-to baits?
what are my go-to baits?
Yes.
My number one all time and I don't ever see it change. The bluegill head, number one. Bluegill, my number one bait. And then besides bluegill or cut bluegill, bluegill heads, like I said, being number one. Then shad. My local lake where I fish the most, my home lake, we don't have skipjack, so shad and bluegill are number one.
I came across some new baits.
I have here lately been trying.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What have you been trying for baits?
I have used, of course, the chicken and jello a lot. I think it's a good weight in the summertime. I like the shad blue. But I have here lately been trying to catch me a carp so I can cut it up and try it. I've never used carp bait. I have cut up red horse suckers and used them for bait, and they're great bait. But I have been wanting to catch me a carp and try some.
I tell you what,
And,
Asian carp,
another
the big head.
kind of off the wall bait that I have used a lot.
Which is you off the wall bait? Chicken?
Yeah. Another bait that I've used a lot. No, calf testicles.
Ow!
Well, that is an off the wall bait for sure.
Yeah, but that sounds painful too. I do know about Asian carp, big head silver carp.
Last time we
Go ahead.
The last time we went out with the bull testicles, my 7-year-old grandson caught a 31-pound blue cat.
Wow. That must have looked like an oyster to him.
Oh, come on. That's just nuts.
That's trying to be nice. But
oh man, I had to do it.
I know.
Yeah.
But like I said, for Asian carp, the big head silver carp, and the suckers, they work good for catfish bait. But I tell you what, that is one bait that's going to be harder than heck to come off the hook. You have to cut it off the hook with a knife or a pair of scissors. But I like the catfish love the bait.
Yeah, any real oily fish, catfish like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you're right there, Larry. The key is a lot of scent, a lot of oil, a lot of blood. Any of those combinations there, it's going to make a great catfish bait.
And that's exactly why the bull testicles work. They're really they're really, and up on a hook, they're, of course, you get the blood from them, and they are really oily. And so that's the reason catfish really like them.
Like Sabrina says, that's an interesting choice of baits, Larry. Does it work well? How well does that bait work?
Yes, it works really well. Well, the first time I ever used them, I worked on a farm for a number of years that we preconditioned cattle to go out west, and we'd run 100,000 head of cattle through the place every 90 days. So we castrated a lot of calves. And back in that day, I would run a lot of limb lines and trout lines in the river. Of course, at that time, to be honest, those fish were feeding the family. And I would catch my biggest numbers on limb lines and trout lines when I baited with the bull testicles.
Wow. Now, Fishing Sabrina says, do you prefer nighttime fishing or daytime fishing? Also, is a particular season you like to fish in? Oh, excuse me.
Yes. My favorite time to fish for catfish is fall and winter. It seems like I catch bigger fish in the fall and winter. In the summertime, I like nighttime fishing. But the main reason being, my home lake is overtaken by boats in the summertime, and you have to get out and fish at night at that time just to be able to fish, because the boats will wash you off the lake.
Oh, I'm sure.
And I think that catfish, or fish in general are kind of in tune with that. You know, you think about it, like if we're disturbed by something, we're not really comfortable, we're not into eating. You know, the last thing we're thinking about is eating when you got all that disturbance and all that going on. At nighttime, the sun kind of goes down, everything quiets down a little bit. The fish kind of relax, and then like, okay, let's go eat. And I think that has a lot to do with it. I think you're 100% correct.
There's more shots fired. You probably got Thomas nervous on that with that. Larry, he don't want Serena getting any ideas.
That is true. We know how Sharina likes to catch fish.
Oh, excuse me.
Sorry, I just stand up for a second. I'll be right back.
When did your son get interested in your YouTube channel?
He just wanted to go fishing with me, and since I had started the YouTube channel, when I went fishing, I was video. So for him to go fishing with me, he had to get interested in it.
Oh, okay. So now he's just part of the scene. He's just part of the scene.
Job talking to people. Yes, and I'm glad, because that's that's part of it for us, being a family and doing things to get a family. It's great.
What part? I know your wife does a lot of the videos, but will she also be talking on your live streams when you're fishing, or will she be behind the scene most of the time?
No, I'm sure there'll be times that when we're on live, that she'll be out with us. I think probably most of the time it'll be Son and I, but yes, Amy will definitely be out and could be out with me at any time.
That'd be cool. See that.
Yes. I think more
I'm
than
back. I'm
anything,
just
her schedule keeps her pretty busy. She works at our church full time. Um, she also has a big ministry, recovery ministry there, and she has also started a YouTube channel that is in the recovery, a recovery YouTube channel. So she has a full plate. Plus, she does everything that she does for us. I can't say this enough, but she's the glue that holds 3 + 1 together.
That's awesome. Do you have a link for the recovery channel?
Yes, I could get it. I could have
That'd
her.
be awesome to show her
She's in
some.
there. She's in there looking right. I
She's
could ask
what?
her if she could add the link.
yeah. What's the name of her channel?
She's
She
watching
does a
on her
YouTube
phone.
recovery channel. Let's show her some support.
Definitely. Larry, what's the name of her channel?
Yeah, Hill Jack.
Yes.
Togo's been in here.
It's her name, Amy Payne.
Amy Payne. That's Payne.
Yes. Yeah.
Give me a minute. I'm looking it up.
Avid, you need to get a drink of water.
Yeah, I've been drinking. Oh.
I tell you what, I see Thomas out there. He is
Which
really
one
making
is it? I got 4 Amy Paynes that popped up. I think I found it. The
Thomas-
one with the husband and wife picture.
I think she just. Yes. The last time
Well,
I
shit.
had the hiccups like that, I told the subscribers once I got to 100 subscribers, I would do that 1 chip challenge, and I'd done that, and just soon as I eat that thing, I had the hiccups.
I've done that 1 chip challenge before, with not on YouTube, and I tell you what. I love hot and spicy foods, but no, thank you. Now, did she have a how can I put this politely? Addiction when she was younger? Your wife?
Yes.
Okay, I found the right channel.
Thomas.
Yes.
Thomas.
I just want to make sure because I didn't want to sub to the wrong channel. All right, I got her link.
No, that's
Okay, wrong page. This is a link to Amy Payne's channel, All in Recovery.
yes. She says she put it in there. Yes. All in recovery. Yes.
I just posted it in chat. I didn't see her in chat.
All right, thank you.
Let's go over there and show her some love.
I don't
And
know if she's under 3+1.
Amen, James. Amen.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
you're welcome. We want to see you on the bank some more fishing with him.
How you doing there, Miss Amy?
I will. I like fishing. He told y'all I'm a fisherman. I really kind of am. I wasn't when I was younger. I'd love it, but I'm older now, and yeah, I don't have to do it anymore. So he loves me anyway. So he's proved. So I'm just a fair weather fisherman now.
Hey, did I hear you used to be a city girl? Is that what I heard Larry saying before?
I did. Look, I
What?
didn't know anything about the country, and I met the boy. He had a mullet and snakeskin. It was over, y'all. It was over. Here we are.
Well, I can relate to that. My wife
Hey,
was
y'all
from.
know-
I can relate to that. My wife was from Queens, New York, and I was originally from the bayous in Louisiana, and then upstate New York. So I was I was about as country as you could get, and she was about as city as you could get, and that was 31 years ago. And since then, we've shot deer together, we've fished together. So that God bless y'all. That's what it's all about.
I got a question for you, Amy.
Yeah, I think
What-
that's it. So you got to keep doing things together, even when
Yes.
even when you don't want to. So
What
Yes.
was the transition like
Need to
going
go
from
on
a city
vacation.
slicker
They have-
to a country girl? How was that transition?
I'm sorry.
How was that transition feeling going from a
Well,
bona fide city slicker to a country girl?
I took that leap of faith pretty easy because I was madly, madly in love with him. But I'm not gonna lie, y'all. It was. So let me tell you my first experience. He moves me to the country, and it's in the middle of winter, and we had a wood burning stove. Now I had wood burning stove. And so he would always build a fire before he'd go to work. And then he'd load the stove up, and then he'd come back at lunch and he'd load the stove back up. Well, one day the fire went out before he got back for lunch. And I had watched him build a fire a bunch. And I was like, I can do this. I don't have to wait for him to get back for lunch, because I'm in a Miss Know-It-All. I can do it, right? So I had watched him pour what I thought was gasoline on the wood to light it.
Ooh.
I didn't realize it was diesel fuel.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it was learned quickly.
That was your first and last lesson, wasn't it? That was a good lesson to learn, wasn't it?
I can build a fire with.
I can tell you that experience from the other side of it, being the country boy going into the city. First time I went in there with my wife, I was like, look at all those windows.
I know the feeling. I'm a mountain man from Montana. Come into Midwest with a city everywhere. I'm looking like those are some funky looking hills with grass in them. Because I like going to the mountains and not seeing nothing but trees, nature, and everything. I come here, I'm like, this ain't Kansas anymore, Dorothy.
Right.
I know. I'm like,
that's the thing. Not living in the city, you always go to the grocery store and buy your meat. In the country, hey, we kill still a lot most of our meat. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
another big transition for us.
But here going from the mountains to the city, no. Give me my wildlife. I'm happy. Give me my lakes and rivers. I'm happy. I spend now. I spend almost 40 plus hours a week busting my butt to where I can get my 2 days off so I can get the heck out of the city, away from everything. But now it's like,
Yeah, that's why that's why I am all week long at work. Let's get this week over with, so I go fishing on Saturday.
Amen there, Larry. Yeah, I lived my commute to work when I was doing the restaurants. We lived up in upstate New York in the mountains in the middle of nowhere. So it was an 1.5 to 2 hour drive one way to work just so we could live where we did. And yeah, I don't regret any minute of travel to bring my kids up that way.
no.
No,
If I had to raise a family, it'd be the country.
where I live now, it's a 45-minute drive there and 45 minutes
wow.
drive back home every day. But I can hook to my boat and I can be at the boat ramp in 5 minutes. So
And where did you say you lived?
I
Larry?
live in Scottsville, Kentucky, or Allen County. I live in Scottsville, Allen County, Kentucky. I live on Barren River Lake.
That's about 5.5 hour drive. I can make it. I can be there in about 5-6 hour drive.
That is the country response right there. Anybody ever says that? Well, it's like, come on.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I know how to make my own campsite up there. Yeah, your boy Troy says gasoline. That's a good way to lose some arm hairs, and eyebrows. He's talking about
yeah.
putting gasoline inside of the firebox that you the stove
Or
you had and lighted it up.
Or diesel fuel.
That's a good way to get annihilated out of freaking. That diesel fuel ain't no joke.
I had to put it blow the pipe up.
You had to what? What'd you do?
I had to put new stove pipe up that day. I had the stove pipe up that day because blow the stove pipe off.
Oh yeah. After all that diesel fuel got so stuff into that pipe, it's toast. You gotta take that old pipe out and put all new pipe in.
Yeah.
Hey, not to mention and getting all that smoke and soot out of your house.
That was
What?
well. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, at that time, the house we lived in wasn't much. It was. I think it was an old corn crib, and they had put siding on it.
Wow.
Yeah, hey, that's a story. That's a good life right there, my friend.
What was your reaction when you walked in the house and found out?
It is.
What?
Well, after I knew she was okay, you know, I was just kind of. I felt sorry for her more than anything, but like I said, she learned that day not to do that again.
So what kind of liquid did you use to start your fires?
Usually, Usually I would just get some cardboard and start the fire. Every now and then I would pour a little kerosene in there. If I had some wet wood or something that didn't want to get took off, I would pour a little kerosene in there.
Mm.
But I didn't pour gasoline in there. I can
When did you teach her how to start the fires properly after that?
Yes. After that, she was a champ at building fire.
I'm sure she was after that diesel fuel fire. I'm glad she survived that.
Oh, we yeah. We first got married. She had never trimmed up deer meat and put deer meat up, and put squirrels in the freezer and rabbits in the freezer, and it didn't take long. She could trim a deer as fast as I could, and put up the rabbit, put up deer, whatever.
Wow.
And then it got where we killed our own beef, and she didn't. It didn't take her long that she didn't like the taste of store-bought beef. She wanted to kill her own beef, because it tasted totally different.
You got yourself a woman there. You got
Yes,
yourself
sir.
a full-fledged. She went from city slicker to a full-fledged country woman real quick.
That's right.
I know. It went from catfishing to food again.
All right, Hill Jack. We'll see you later. Anybody got any? Anybody else have any questions out there for 3+1?
Ooh.
I know a bunch of us seen him in the chats and have spoke with him and seen some of his shows and things like that. We have any questions that anybody wants to ask?
And yes, he does use braid.
Oh my Lord, another braid. I saw a couple of comments out there, Larry, that they're when you said Kentucky, there was a bunch of people out there, Troy and some others, that were like, yes, another Kentucky angler.
Your boy Troy says, yeah, another Kentucky fisherman. Yes, sir. James Albaugh says, she was a quick learner.
I tell you, ain't those guys from Kentucky? Ain't the guys from Kentucky? If they'd ever like to fish together, just tell them to hit me up. We'll try to get together and fish.
I'd be careful. You might get ran over. Your house might get trampled over. You got quite a few in there. You got Katie Collins. You got catfish headhunters. You got Kentucky catfish hunters, and country boy catfishing. You got JB. And you got Chad and quite a few others.
Yeah, there's a bunch of Kentucky people. Amen that they're here with us. I love it.
Yeah.
You got about 60 of them in Kentucky, I know of.
Yeah.
And Larry, you had the most.
That's the thing. I need to start hitting some of the bigger lakes. I need to start hitting some of the bigger rivers and some of the bigger lakes we have here in Kentucky, because we have some great waters to catfish.
JB, he goes out on a boat and into some of these rivers. He'd be able to help you out. And so would Chad. Fishing with a Chad. He does the rivers and all that.
Yeah, I got to give Fishing with the Chad. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, my home lake's on. No, I was just saying my home lake's only a 10,000 reservoir, but I have traveled up and fished Barkley Lake, and it's been a long time. I have fished Kentucky, but I've fished Barkley Lake more than I have Kentucky. And not too far from the house, we have Lake Cumberland.
Larry Josh of One Ton Fishing Club says, "Come to Kerr Lake, Larry, and fish with them." That's in West Virginia.
It's in Virginia.
Okay.
It's in Virginia, but it's
We
Western
can definitely
Virginia.
make a plan.
Say what?
We could definitely make a plan to do that.
Thomas says, "Larry, don't forget to get a hold of."
Stan, you were saying about I'm sorry, go ahead. What was that, Avid?
Larry says, "Don't forget to get a hold of Serena about fishing against you and Amy." Thomas is writing checks again. He likes talking smack.
Great time.
It'd be a great time.
And speaking of that, the wife and husband challenge, the couples challenge, that is Fishing with the Chad had the tournament last year, and that was when my wife actually, that was kind of really before we had our channel even. I kind of told Chad that there were some people that had dropped out of it, and I'm like, well, I could probably convince my wife to go, and she's now a fair weather fisherman too. So basically she fishes the months of April and October, because that's about it's about 65 degrees, beautiful weather. But we did the challenge last year, and that was just so much fun. It was the couples challenge, and that was just amazing on Fishing with the Chad's channel. That was a lot of fun. You had to have yourself and a significant other that was with you out there fishing, and it was on 2 weekends. I think he had it 2 or 3 weekends in a row. It was amazing. It was a lot of fun. My wife had a good time doing that. So that's definitely, we'll look forward to doing that again.
Oh, I can't believe
Yeah.
I found you on another
I don't know about you,
live.
Stan, but it seems like every time Amy goes out with me,
Your son's talking to you in chat. Here's what he said.
Yeah, there's Stan 3. He doesn't even text me anymore.
I wonder why.
What he does first before he tries to get in touch with me, he just goes to the YouTube list and see who's live. And if they're live, chances are he's finding me in their either in their chat or up on the screen. So
You're smart, Stan 3. You're really smart. You know where to go looking for him first.
just another.
Stan 3's probably thinking you're addicted. Oh, excuse me. What were you saying, Larry?
Stan, that's what we should have done when we. I say, Stan, that's when the boys were teenagers, had a YouTube channel, so we could have kept up with them a little better, probably.
Yeah.
I know I don't mind anyway.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, I tell you what, my most important my most important piece of equipment that I bring fishing with me right now, it's probably about as important as the pole, is my chair.
No comment.
Yeah, I'm busted. I know it. I know it.
That's why I love my boat. It has nice, comfortable seats.
Comfortable. Yeah, yeah. That's why, I bank fish. I bank fish a lot. But if your friend shows up with a boat and says, you want to go fishing? You know what you do? You jump in that boat and you go out fishing.
I don't jump in boats. I jump in a boat, I might make a hole in the bottom.
Yeah, well, I don't jump very much, but you know what I'm saying. You get in there the best you can, and
Plus, you know me, I don't trust boats.
yeah.
Fox Hunter says, Larry, you're Kentucky, I am Tennessee. Do you
I
know
tell you.
Cumberland City, Cumberland River, where I live through all my life? The Cumberland City and Cumberland River, do you know it?
I know where the Cumberland River is.
That's where Fox Hunter is from.
I know the Cumberland River. I don't know Cumberland. I don't know about Cumberland City. Maybe I do. I just may not know that name. I don't know.
I don't know what Fox Hunter meant by that. All right, everybody. If you don't have any more questions, what? What, Larry? My notification
I
just
said I know where Cumberland Lake is. Or Lake Cumberland.
Yep, and well, lake's got a body water coming in and out of it. So there's the Cumberland River. Does that come from Lake Cumberland? Do you know that, or I think that's what he was trying to get at. He was he's along the Cumberland River. That's between Kentucky and Tennessee.
Yeah. So does anybody have any more questions for 3+1 Outdoors?
Cumberland.
Oh, excuse me. He says 20 miles east of Dover. Which is what Jack Fox Hunter said.
Okay. I know the area.
And no, James, no, there was no other bait fish that nearly pulled me in the water today. I had a couple more incidents with the chair where I almost tipped over, but yeah, I managed to stay upright.
It seems like whenever I don't place a bet of who goes in the water first, when do you guys try to go in the water?
Yeah. Yeah, Stan 3 keeps swearing that I'm going to end up in there someday, and I very well might, because I'm not one of those people, some people fall and they just kind of go right to the ground. No, that's not me. I've got to do I'm over 400 pounds, and somehow I end up doing a somersault and a backflip and
In a nosedive.
Crazy positions, and it's 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 an epic battle when I go into a fall. It's crazy.
Watching you
Don't
react.
get up as quick as I used to when I fall.
Ooh, you know what?
I'd say Stan 3, he'd probably bounce a couple times. Then land on his feet. If he don't land in the water first.
Larry, you are correct. I never used to worry about it. And like I said, I've broken fingers, knuckles, wrists, elbows, arms, legs, ankles. I've been broken everywhere and never used to worry about it. But you start getting you get a little bit older, and all of a sudden you're like, man, that's a big fall right there. I don't know about that.
Or put it this way. I'm I'm stout enough and heavy enough. If I sat flat on the ground with my back up against a log, it's gonna take me a minute or two to get up that grab that rod. It ain't gonna be something quick. It's an act of Congress just to get up off that ground with a log behind you for support.
Thomas just asked where I'll be fishing. He'll help me to the water.
Yeah, he'll help you in the water.
Oh man, I love it.
What is up with you two?
That's what
Oh man,
about it. About
What, Larry?
I said that's one of the ways about getting. My mind still says I can do things when people ask, "Do I want to do something?" But then my body tells me I'm an idiot.
Yes.
Good night, Josh. I can go fishing. I can sit down anywhere I want. But if I sit on the ground, I know I'm going to be either rolling over on my knees to stand up or using the log. I'm waiting to see if any more questions come in chat.
See what Big Mike just said when he fell on his live? And that's going to be, y'all want to go back and nominate Fishing with Big Mike there for hashtag Golden Whisker Blooper Award. When he fell on his live, it took him 5 minutes to get up.
I will say this. If you see my live yesterday morning when I went to the Mississippi River and slid around in the mud, 30 seconds after I turned off the cameras to pack up, if I'd have had my camera on, you'd have seen me fall in the mud and get covered from head to toe. So where I had to go home and shower and get cleaned up.
How did I miss? Man, I wish I could have seen that. I mean,
hey, I turned that off. I turned the camera off and went walking to the rods and forgot about the mud and went backflip right into the mud.
That is one thing that I think people underestimate, especially people that boat fish a lot. There is dangers on the bank. Like, you still have to be careful with what you're doing. There's still those situations where, like that, Avid, where you get that mud and it's slippery and there's a good chance, you slip down like that, bang your head, end up in the water. Big Mike was on the dock when the line broke, and people think, oh, it's just fishing, but whether you're on the bank, on the boat, in a kayak, whatever, you always got to think safety. That's got to be on your mind. And I'm not saying ruin your fishing trip, but no, just have that kind of, think it out ahead of time, kind of, try to be safe and do what you can out there.
6 inches of mud on concrete and then on a sidewalk where the river should not have been. It wasn't safe anyway. But everybody voted for me to go to Mississippi. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And the 3 other locations I went to after that were closed because of the mud and the flooding and all that.
Yeah.
But this spot wasn't, so I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try here. And I got home, I took a shower, got cleaned up. Was already loaded up to go fishing, so I went back to the Mississippi, and it was raining, so I took a nap in the truck while it was raining and lightning. Woke up, couldn't go there because of the mud. So I went to the lake at a boat ramp. As speeding into the river, I'm like, I'll fish there. And there was no mud at that boat ramp.
Thomas said Greenwell got his 3rd blooper entry today. I'm going to have to go back and watch that. That's another thing that I'm having issues with getting notifications, and I know other people are too. So if when somebody goes live, the best thing that people can do is try to share that out, try to put it on Facebook or social medias to kind of help get people to notice that. Because I got no notification that Sharina and Greenwell were live today. I would have loved. I didn't even
know they went live.
Yeah, I never got the notification. I would have loved to have seen that. And y'all know that I got Sharina Keeping It Real's notifications on, and I've got my good friend Mike bumping my Greenwells notifications on. So whatever channel it was on, I should have got it. Try clicking on your bell and re-clicking it. Yeah, you know, every once in a while you got to go back and kind of do that for everybody and leave a comment in their videos.
I think I have over 780 subscriptions out.
Yeah, it's tough to keep up with everybody, but
I mean that most of them are catfishing channels that some of them are in the community, some of them aren't in the community. And I tell you what, that's a hard time to keep up with all of them.
All right, so if we've got no other questions out there for 3+1, Larry, is there anything you want to end with? Telling people about your channel, why they should watch you, whatever you want to say. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, hey, glad to have, thank everyone for the support. Thank everyone for getting us to where we are. Of course, our goal is to make it all the way to at least 1,000. We're going to have a lot of new content coming out. We're going to continue to be making videos. We're going to be doing some lives. We're going to continue with our show on Thursday night. Let's get real. And also, at any time, if anyone has any questions or anything, I will do my best to answer them. They can contact us at 3plus1@gmail.com, or they can reach out to us on Facebook on Messenger. We have 3+1 page on Facebook, and you can reach out to me Messenger or send us an email. We're glad to get back with you on any questions. And like I said, we would look forward to be able to have any of our show. Look forward to opportunities to fish with people, to interact with them, and just grow in this community. And thank you, everyone, again, the love and support that you have shown us this far.
Definitely agree with all that. Awesome ending, Larry.
I know. I keep remembering this show that's on Friday nights. I know one of the co-hosts. I just keep forgetting the other one. He has this awesome boat, and him and his son hooked into this monster the other day. But this other guy, I just can't remember his name.
Yeah, no, that other guy, you got to watch out for that guy. That's
But hey, I do know his wife likes Bigfoot with tree knots.
Well, thank you, Abbott. I appreciate you making me laugh. That's
And he has two little Smiths with him.
That's right. Oh, that was awesome today. For those that didn't
Little
watch,
Smiths and Tiny Smiths, but I don't know who this other guy is.
Yeah, that's it was. We had a great show today. I had my granddaughters out there with us. Stan Three's daughters.
Oh, wait a minute! There he is. He's on the bottom of the screen. But oh, that's another fella's show. Yeah, I had the granddaughters out there today, and we were catching some white perch and some hickory shad, which is basically a skipjack. Main difference is the hickory shad is a saltwater, and they come up. They do mating runs in the early part of the year in the springtime. But yeah, they were having a blast out there. We've got some pictures we're going to post up on Panfish Nation of the girls with all the white perch and stuff they caught today. Bring your kids fishing. Bring your friends' kids fishing. The more people we introduce to this sport and the more people we teach our way of life, that's how we're sure it's going to grow and continue to grow for the next generation. I'm sorry, but thanks for bringing that up. I want to challenge the people in the catfish community with something. If you see someone out there that's catfishing and learning how to catfish, but they don't have the tackle, help him with a tackle. Help him get to where he can land and catch a big cat. Help teach him and learn something to where he can become better.
I would definitely agree with Avid on that. We've all seen that kid out there that doesn't have the parents that fish, and they've got that big white and red bobber and the rubber worm about 2 inches underneath it. We've all seen that kid out there. You know, try to help them out. They just haven't had somebody, you know, like I said, I was raised that I was fishing before I can remember. My son has been fishing since before he remembers. My daughter was fishing. My granddaughters, they've been out there fishing. Some of my best memories are my young granddaughters. They couldn't even speak, but they got 2 big catfish nuggets that I cooked for them, and they're just eating down on the catfish. So, you know, not every kid is lucky enough to have that experience, and the parents that are teaching them that. So, we need to be the examples for those kids, and even adults. There's some adults that never had that in their life. And
yeah, but if you see a kid out there struggling to learn how to catfish, and an adult, go over there, introduce yourself, tell them what your channel is about, and offer to help them. Let's get more people into this catfishing community, into fishing, where we have a future.
Well, speaking of young people getting into the fishing industry, there's Sharp Fishing TV. There's my good friend, an awesome young man. He was just on Triple City Anglers with Haz and TBA and the Magician. He's doing an amazing thing. So check out Sharp Fishing TV.
If you have YouTube, hit me up. I want to get you on this channel sometime and talk about your show and everything.
Boom, there you go, Avid. He'd be an amazing guest. He's learned a lot of what he knows about fishing from us on YouTube, and he's multi-species. He does everything from sunfish to catfish and everything in between. So, yeah.
I need your parents' permission first.
Yep.
Sharp.
Yep. He's I can't say enough. I can't say enough good stuff about Sharp Fishing TV there.
I need his parents, talk to his parents and get their permission first about him being on the show.
Always the youth are our future. If we don't bring our youth up and just to get them into fishing and hunting, you know, we're going to lose that resource. So
exactly,
we have to bring our young people up in the outdoors.
Exactly, we have to bring them up and show them the right ways of doing things and the not so right way of doing things to get things done right. Hey, Susquehanna Stan, welcome.
there's my good friend. I messaged back and forth with my good friend there, Susquehanna Stan. Awesome guy.
Where's he from?
Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Susquehanna River up there in Pennsylvania.
I know. Awesome. I keep thinking Susquehanna.
Well, you
don't remind me. Hey, I've been nipping.
Avid, you're the Bigfoot out there, so you're just stuck on Sasquatch. That's what you see when you see Susquehanna. So.
Yeah, that's what I see Sasquatch. I'm like, okay, I'm there. Then again, Sasquatch is everywhere. You have to protect my woods and my lakes and rivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Susquehanna Stan just put up there, don't you guys sleep? I'll just tell you my day today. Woke up before 6. We left here by 6:30 to do the live. Of course, you got to go to Wawa and get a sizzly, nice sausage biscuit. Get out there. We had a whole plan what we were going to do. And Stan 3 went fishing with Mike Chavez yesterday. So the bait that we had kind of thought we were going to have today, he took with him yesterday, which was awesome and amazing. I can't thank Mike Chavez enough for giving Stan 3 the opportunity to go out with him. And then, so we're on the way to the other spot. We got to go back down the river, come back over the river because the white perch and shad are running, so we're gonna go to another spot where they're normally at. We got the girls with us, so we go there, and our goal was we were just gonna go there for about an hour, catch some perch, white perch, and whatnot, and then we were gonna go to the catfish spot. Well, we got the girls there, and they started slaying the white perch and shad, and they were just having so much fun we couldn't leave. So the whole show today was catching bait. We were catching white perch. The girls were killing it. So proud of how many people were saying, man, that girl can sling it. We've had them casting since they were little. We've put buckets in the house and pots and trying to cast into it. So that's they've been doing that for years. And
You know them hula hoops?
yep.
It comes in 5 different sizes. I do that for every now and then since I have a big yard. I take them out to about 100, 200,
That's all.
200 yards and set them out 3 across, and 150 yards out I put the smaller ones, and 300 yards out I put the bigger ones with my big surf rods and try to hit them. And
Yep.
I paint my sinkers bright yellow the way you can always see it.
That right there is how you get kids involved in fishing. You make it fun for them, make it a contest for them, make it something they can enjoy. And, it's not always about catching the fish.
Yeah,
But I tell you what, you doing that. Go ahead, Larry. What were you
I have a
saying?
video out where I took my grandson. It ended up bluegill.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bluegill fishing is awesome. But if you ever want to get someone accurate fishing, put them hula hoops out there and put them 50, 60 yards away. And you tell them which one you want them to aim at. When they hit it, you'll see their face get excited real quick.
So, I was saying we went out there, we did that. We did the live for like 7 hours. So we got all these white perch and stuff. We came home. I grabbed something to eat, and then I was packing up that bait because I'm a big. If you take an animal, whether it's a fish, a squirrel, a rabbit, don't waste that animal. Don't waste that life in vain. If you bring it from the water or you bring it from the woods, make sure you use it. Those fish, we caught them today to use for bait in future things, and don't let it go to waste. So vacuum packed them up and jumped in the shower, and I thought I had a few minutes, but nope, I had to be on Palmetto's show. So I had to be
bring a shower.
backstage by 10 to 8. Then did Palmetto's show, and I know Katie was having issues trying to come up on there. So I texted Avid then, do you need, I saw Katie was having issues. Would you like somebody to come up? So it's been from 6:30 this morning when we left the house, and it's now midnight. And, it's been nonstop, but I love it. It's
I haven't been to bed since Friday morning. I went night fishing last night, got home, and since I'm single, I got to do my repairs, my dishes, my cooking and cleaning and all that. So, and I even went and did laundry in the middle of the night. Came back, finished cleaning the house. I'm like, okay, I got to do a better schedule for doing all this stuff. So I have my weekends off.
But if there's no other questions out there for Larry, thank you so much. Almost 3 hours. Great job. You were an awesome guest.
Normally, Larry, with this, I just let it run. And
Hey, thank y'all. I've enjoyed it.
It's a pleasure to have you. Next time we catch you on live, hopefully you have better signal. But it's been great. What?
Yeah, I'm going to try to go live this week while I'm down here surf fishing. I'm going to be up at daylight in the morning down here seeing what I can catch out of this out of the Gulf.
That'd be great. Do a video of it. I'd like to see it.
We done a video today. We caught several fish today. We done a video today. We're gonna try to go live maybe tomorrow.
And for those of you that is watching this on Facebook, we you can come over on YouTube, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and the thumbs up. And you can even hit the thumbs up on Facebook as well.
Yes.
And for everybody, good night, sweet dreams, tight lines, and have fun.